Offers sweeties, you're welcome to today's tutorial. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning the sewing part. So let's
So
keep
guys,
on
the first thing you'll
watching.
be doing is to join the front and the back shoulder together. Now this is the back piece and this is the front piece. So I'm going to take the right side facing each other and join the shoulders together. Now when you are done joining the shoulder lines together, you're just going to take your bias to turn the neckline. So I'm going to take my bias right now. I'm going to sew it to the neckline and further fold it in again to hem the neckline so that it will be neat. Now I'm done sewing the first line to it, you can see. So I'm going to flip it over this way and top stitch on the bias. Now I am done hemming the neckline with the bias, you can see. So the next thing I'm going to do is to locate the midpoint of the front. So now I am locating the midpoint of the front. I fold it into two, and I'm using the chalk to chalk the midpoint. You can decide to iron yours to bring out the midpoint so that you'll be able to know where you are going to sew your bias from. So this is my midpoint. So here is my midpoint. Now I'm going to start sewing the bias on the dress from the back part to the midpoint and continue sewing. So this is my bias. Top stitching, actually it's basically top stitching that we're going to be doing here. I'll just place it this way as you are seeing me. I'll just place it like this and I'll top stitch on the both sides. So I'll first top stitch on one side and continue top stitching till I'll get to the midpoint, and when I get to the midpoint I'll turn it this way and continue top stitching. So I'll show you right at the sewing machine. Now I'll start exactly at the neckline area, from the neckline area, and it will be on the zipper space. I'll start exactly from the zipper space. So I'll just start top stitching. Now when I get to, I'm going to top stitch, that is back stitch on this point, then I'll raise it up this way and flip it to the midpoint. So I'll continue from the midpoint and continue top stitching. Now I'll continue to sew it to the hem line. Now when you are done with the first line, you are going to turn it to the other side and start sewing the other side as well. So you're going to sew it till you get to the neckline. Continue sewing it. You know that when you get to the neckline, it's going to be a bit curvy, so curve it that way and continue sewing till you get to the zipper line that you started from. Now when you've got to that part, you are going to take another bias and place it on top of the first one, but it's not going to be too much. You're just going to place it a little bit on it, and you are just going to continue stitching. Keep on stitching, continue this process till you get to the hemline at the bottom part. Don't forget that when you get to the midpoint, you are also going to curve it the way it is. You can see how I'm doing it. Just continue this way till you get to the end of it. So just continue the process like that. Now when you are working on it, you need to count how many numbers you want. So you can see how I've done it to this part. So I'm just going to, I'll take my bias and continue doing it the same way that we did. Place it on top and stitch. So it means that you're going to top stitch on the one you place on top. That is the two you are stitching together. I don't know if you understand, but just watch what I am doing. You are going to understand and do it exactly like that. So you are going to continue this process till you get to the end, and continue the process till you get everything that you want. So you're just going to count the numbers that you want and place the numbers on it. For me, I am going to add 10 bias to it. Then when I've gone to the 10 bias, I'm going to stop right at that point. So just continue the process till you get what you want. So here I'm going to count what I have. It's not complete, so I'm just going to continue putting it till I'll get the number that I actually needed. So you can see how I am actually placing it and stitch. So when you are done stitching everything, you're just going to take any embellishment of your choice and place on it, so that any embellishment, that is any stone that you wish, or paper stone, or the other type of stone that you use, you'll be placing one. It all depends on you. So if you have watched this video to this extent, please consider subscribing and turn on your notification bell so that you can get notified each time we upload new videos like this. If you are a return subscriber, thank you so much for sticking with us. We so much appreciate. Thank you so much for watching. Please tell me at the comment section how you seen this video. If there's any suggestion you would like to give us, please tell us at the comment section. We are humbly going to take your suggestions at the comment section. And if there's any video that you want us to, that is a requested video, kindly WhatsApp us with our WhatsApp number, or join our WhatsApp group through the link at the description box below. So this is for the sleeve. You are going to do the same thing that you've done to the dress to the sleeve. Remember, it's a bell sleeve. First of all, I'm going to use the bias to turn it inside out. Sorry, to turn it, that is to hem it so that it will look very neat. So this is the first line that I'm sewing on it. And when I'm done sewing it with this first line, I'm going to flip it over and stitch it on the wrong side. You can decide to stitch it on the right side. It all depends on you. But for me, I just decided to, okay, it is, yes, it's the right side that I flipped it over to. Since I'm going to add bias to it, so I decided to flip it over to the right side. So I'm just going to continue adding my bias to a little on top of the first one that I did, and I'm just going to stop stitch on it till I'll get to the end of it. And I'm going to add 8 bias to this sleeve. The first sleeve will have 8 bias, the second sleeve will have 8 bias. So just the same way that process you use in making the dress is the same process you are going to use for the sleeves. When you are done attaching the bias to the 2 sleeves, what you are going to do is to take your dress and you are going to shape it. So right now I'm going to shape my dress. Here I'm placing the tape on the bust point, and I'm dividing my measurement by 2 because my dress here is still So I'm going to divide it by 2 and I mark it. So I'm going to, the excess that I have, I'm going to divide the excess by 2 again and place it on the both sides. So I'm actually placing the remainder on both sides. So at the waist part, I divided my waist by 2. I marked what I have. I placed my actual measurements and I'm dividing the excess that I have. So for this excess, I'm going to divide it by 2 and place the answer on the both sides. So yes, that is what I'm doing. What I mean is that, for instance, my hip measurement is 34. When I divide it by 2, I'm going that I have there. So for instance, the excess that I have is 5 inches. I'm going to divide the 5 inches by 2 and place 2.5 on this side and place the other 2.5 on this other side. That is what I mean by dividing your excess by 2. So here I'm just connecting the lines together and sew it to the down part. So that is what you are going to do. You are going to sew on the short line and sew it down to the down part. Now when you are done shaping your dress, in order for you to avoid shortage on your armhole, you are going to recut your armhole so that you will be able to raise your hands up when you are wearing your dress. So here I'm going to recut my armhole. My armhole is 8 inches. That is my shoulder divided by 2 will give me my armhole line. Then for my shoulder, I'm going to mark what I'm supposed to have that is remaining. I have 4 inches here. So mark it and connect my lines. Then when I'm done connecting the lines, I'm just going to cut what I have off. So you can see I'm just going to cut it off. And you are going to be doing the same thing to the other side of the armhole as well. Now when you are done cutting the armhole, the both armhole, you are going to take your sleeve and attach it to the dress and insert the zipper to the dress as well. So I'm so sorry guys, I'm supposed to show you how I added the stones, but my phone was not available then. My phone was not available when I was completing the dress. My phone was not available. So please, you can see the dress that is a paper stone that they add to it. So you can use any form of paper stone that is as beautiful as this and just use your pressing iron to add it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.